DeleteLawZ quits Twitter to never come back? Nope. Jose "Chili" de Castro posted a dramatic goodbye to Twitter Sunday night in a mid-evening message stating, "I'm logging off and I probably won't be back. Goodbye, X." It's unclear what motivated the self-proclaimed social media superstar to decide to leave the service and, if real, it puts an end to efforts by de Castro to set himself up on Twitter as his primary social media platform. De Castro announced in November, around the time that his main YouTube channel was hacked by a YouTube rival and briefly taken offline by the service, that he was moving his social media efforts to Twitter as it provided uncensored content. The former Jock Sock spokesperson had been frustrated at the growing shadow ban of his channels on the YouTube platform and began to teach his followers how to use the service. He went so far as to show them how to watch his live streams on Twitter, which resulted in a handful of his supporters watching on both services for a time. By mid-December, de Castro had given up on his efforts to move his primary platform from YouTube to Twitter. His live streams on the platform had decreased in attendance, and the reality of the extreme numbers it would take to be monetized by Twitter seemed to force him back to YouTube. In recent weeks he had used his Twitter presence to make anti-Israel comments, most recently temporarily flagged by the service for his stance against supporting Israel. De Castro's stance has been that he backs the idea of putting the United States' interests first and condemns politicians who defer to Israel's interests ahead of those of the United States. While claiming to be a Colombian Jew, de Castro has never practiced the Jewish faith and had previously claimed a Roman Catholic background. De Castro's Saturday night livestream had been fairly uneventful leading up to his Sunday decision to leave Twitter. He spent the majority of the livestream reviewing a city council meeting from Huntsville, Alabama. Huntsville had previously been covered on de Castro's livestream as several members of the police force, including the police chief, were fired after the overdose death of a police dispatcher resulted in a grand jury investigation revealing massive corruption within the department. De Castro was especially enraged that Alabama is considering a bill aimed at providing financial assistance to families of long-term law enforcement officers. The bill is aimed at providing up to $3,000 per academic period to the families of officers who have served either 7 years at a single agency or 12 continuous years across multiple agencies. The YouTuber then switched enragement to coverage of the City Council of Cape Coral, Florida, who recently passed new guidelines enabling the city manager to designate areas of city-owned buildings as limited public forums, or non-public forums. As part of the new guidelines, audio and video recording is prohibited without consent in city-owned buildings except during scheduled public meetings. Feigning outrage, de Castro promised that he would be visiting Cape Coral to test those guidelines after he finished his current projects. The Constitution HQ creator also directed his fans to join his paid site, TeamDeleteLawZ.com, where he would be posting a video of a dog ripping a man's arm off in an attack. He claimed that the video was too extreme for his social media accounts, and he would only share it on his private server due to its graphic nature. De Castro's quitting Twitter did nothing to spark the markets as they were filled with goose eggs for both Sunday and Monday morning. While de Castro reopened 3 of his 4 GoFundMe accounts, he has yet to receive new donations. Our charts have been updated to include his active GoFundMe campaigns. Update: de Castro's absence from Twitter lasted about as long as it took to write this column, 37 minutes-ish, as he was back replying to political posts on the service within an hour of saying goodbye.
Journalism is not free. Both ReallyCoolSite.org's daily newspaper and our daily newscasts are funded by your continuing donations and what we make from our YouTube AdSense revenue each month. If you'd like to contribute to help us keep the lights on, eating, keeping the cats fed, and writing news stories to feature on both the newspaper and newscast each day, we do have a GoFundMe set up at the address on screen right now. If you can't afford to contribute, please watch our videos from beginning to end. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. You can help by doing next to nothing, and we thank you in advance for pitching in.